Ben, what was the full name?
Ben Connor.
Ben Connor.
Yes.
Awesome. It's good to have you here.
Thanks.
Now, the workshop, the rocking chair, that's why you're here with us today. How is that going so far?
That was outstanding.
Yeah?
First of all, as a new owner of a Legacy Maverick machine, I was looking to try to overcome some of the newbie mistakes that I knew I would be making. So one, I was interested in learning how to do furniture design and how to incorporate a non-CNC design into a CNC project.
Gotcha.
And so this dovetailed very well with one, getting through the initial patterns of behavior that I needed to ingrain and learn without panicking. Because my first experience right after I got it hooked up was I broke the tool number one and the
like,
bottom bit.
As you're learning, trying to figure out the operations.
Yes, exactly.
That's all right.
And of course, then you panic. You go, what did I do?
That's right. That's right. You're trying to find out and learn.
This helped cement the proper procedures in using it. This is a non-trivial machine, and there are plenty of opportunities to step in it.
Yes.
You've done as good a job as is humanly possible to make it bend-proof.
No, we try. Yes, we do. Yet we're still human, right?
Yes, but
that's
indeed.
Exactly right. But thank goodness it bounces back pretty easily. I think we've had there's over 30 parts, I believe, in each rocking chair, and there's 10 customers pumping out. So what was that, 300 parts?
Yeah, a lot of them.
We had a few mistakes, and we had backup blanks just in case, but that's part of the whole experience.
Exactly. Right? And also it was a good experience in terms of we had numerous people here who were experts in the use of it and in the nuances of, for example, speeds and feeds type questions that come up, which obviously you've had a little bit of experience with that. And as opposed to a normal manual operation that you might have in a traditional woodworking shop, some of the things that you look for in terms of machine stress are completely the opposite when you're running a CNC system.
That's right.
And didn't know that before I came here. So there were numerous good tips beyond just the project itself that have been passed along.
That's awesome. I'm glad you've been enjoying the experience and gained a lot of knowledge from the process.
Yes,
we're planning on doing a lot more of these, so it's gonna turn out. We're gonna do a little better, more and more, a little better every time.
You didn't do a bad job to start with.
Well, I got one more question for you. Is why did you consider a Legacy CNC over all the different options that are in the marketplace?
Well, the first thing that started out is I used to drool over your ornamental mills. So I've been a woodworker for a very, very long time at a hobbyist level. Yeah. But never could justify one as a hobby. One, I didn't have the space, because I was sharing my workshop was half a garage stall. We had a 2.5 car garage, and so whenever I wanted to do anything, I had to pull everything out and then expand it, then put all my toys back the way I had them. I eventually got to the point where, I'm going to find an ornamental mill because I've then had enough income to support it and space as well, and found out, crud, they don't make them anymore. And
back in 2008.
Exactly. And so I started looking and saw that you guys were producing CNC systems. And I wasn't sure if it was the same company or if it maybe was bought out or whatever, but eventually it all clicked. And then we ended up selling our house and then moving to Oregon. And at that point, I got to design a completely new shop. And at that point, I decided that it was going to be mainly oriented towards CNC work.
That's great.
Because I'm not in my 20s anymore. I know it doesn't look like it, but the level of skill that I want, the level of skill in the projects required in the projects that I want to do, I cannot obtain that skill in my remaining lifetime. Sure. And so, what can I do to compensate for that?
Speed up the process.
Speed up the process and use computers. And I have a computer. That's all I've done is work with computers in my entire professional career.
I gotcha.
And so when I realized, oh my goodness, you can do this now with machines that are actually capable of all this stuff. I wanted to still do turning. I like building furniture. I also like building cabinets. And so this machine could do all of that in one unit. Yes, in one single unit. But more than that was the support that I was looking for, because I have purchased numerous machines during my professional career in computers where here's a machine, see ya. And if it worked, fine. If it didn't, you just bought $3,000 worth of junk.
Good, large paperweight.
Yes, a very large, expensive paperweight. And so one of the things I did is I asked some of the folks in the area I lived in at the time, in the Phoenix area, who would you recommend that has a CNC that they like? And one of your clients, who's had his for about 3 years, his name was given to me, and I thought I was talking to the owner of the company, Dave Jory, and he is an outstanding salesman for your products. But more importantly, what I was looking for was support, and not just tech support from Legacy, but also the community. And the Legacy community is unsurpassed. It is just outstanding. It's one thing, for example, to have a product like Aspire, but what is the best way to use that, for example, with the Legacy machine? And you guys go overboard in filling that gap. And so that was what sold me on it. Yes. And then the only thing was, okay, I still had to wait for the workshop, and it kept getting delayed. And so I learned to SketchUp, because that's one of the products that you guys support with the Legacy system. And so I said, I'm not going to continue to wait on this, dang it. It could be the end of next year before that workshop gets built. And so I modeled my garage, and I found out if I got rid of the stuff in the garage that we were keeping that we were not using, and stuffed that into a modest storage unit, I could actually clear out enough space to slide one of these in there. And so that's what I did.
That's what you did.
But yeah, so far it's been an outstanding journey. And where I go with it, I've been told over and over by Legacy owners as well as others that whether you want to make money with this or not, you're going to.
It opens up a lot of opportunities, and naturally does.
And they said people will find you whether you wish to or not. So
the saying, if you build it, they will come, is true when it comes to CNC manufacturing. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Ben, this has been awesome. I appreciate you spending some time with me, sharing your experience. Pleasure. This has been great. I wish you luck, and I look forward to seeing what type of projects you're going to be making with your machine.
Well, I know the first projects are going to be mistakes, but after that, I have a bonus room above the garage that I've claimed as my office. That needs that needs cabinets, office cabinets in it. So that's going to be the first thing that I'll be doing.
That'll be perfect.
And the second thing will be remodeling our kitchen, because right now it sucks.
Well, that'll be great. I look forward to seeing those.
All right. Thanks so much.
Not a problem, Ben.